All right. I believe we are live. Let's look. Yes, we are. Love it. No ads this time. Okay. Good thing and a bad thing. I love when I don't have to skip the ad when I start the stream up, but also that's like one less half cent in my pocket. So I don't know how to feel. But welcome in. It is not Sunday. I really almost said it is Sunday. It's not. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, November 18th, 8 p.m. Eastern. We are back. We missed Sunday because I was somewhere over probably Quebec around 8 p.m. on Sunday, so no stream. There's no lot. Polish Airlines does not let me stream. So that was disappointing. But ill-tired saying, well, there are no more pennies, so I did forget about that. I only briefly heard about that on the news, and it or maybe not over, more in one ear, out the other. Totally. Did that happen? Kind of. That, you know, I'm not too bothered about that. I guess I'm not paying attention to penny news. It feels like it just happened out of nowhere. But I guess there's probably some ramp up. Christopher Like saying live. Hello, Ewan and everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, Christopher Like. Welcome in. If you cannot already tell, I'm quite delirious. I have not recovered from, what flag is that? I don't think that's a helpful flag. I've not recovered from being this area development program, Sithabella area, World Vision USA. That almost looks like a Commonwealth flag. It looks like it has the Union Jack in the top left corner. It's interesting. Christopher Like saying I've been clamoring for the end of the U.S. penny for over a decade. It is kind of pointless. I can't remember. I can't remember the last time I used cash, let alone coins. So it's already outdated, 15 years ago. But nowadays, yeah, long overdue. So we're probably looking at this right now thinking, where might we be? I'm gonna go with Eswatini, but we need to kind of figure that out. Eswatini's more a vibe guess right now, unless we find this Sithabella. Sithabella. Where might that be? I don't see it in Eswatini. Any chance it's in Lesotho? This is not Lesotho, but I'm just gonna quickly scan. Not there. Okay. We move on. And we see we have some stuff here. Oh, that's actually super helpful. So, Sipofaneni. That's a mouthful. And Kabuta Hlathikulu. So we can find any of those. I feel like these seem like Eswatinian names. Wait. There it is. Hlathikulu. Any objections to that? I think that is solid. There's Kabuta. So if you were to follow this road back the other way, we would get let's hope that the Christopher Like is saying send. That's permission. There we go. Boom. As I said, Eswatini. Now we have a roundabout. Castello. I know that should be yeah, that's why I pronounce it like that. That's the Catalan flag. So normally, obviously, probably Castillo, but this is Catalan, So I don't know what the double L sound makes in Catalan. So I'm going to decide for them that it makes an English double L sound. España. Love it. Okay. This is Oman. Let's see. Do some digging. We've got a truck over here. Want to see some bins. Phoenix hopping in, asking, hey, how was Serbia? Serbia was a very fun time. Got back Sunday night, and I'm still kind of delirious. I'm pretty delirious right now. I got back Sunday, got like 7 hours of sleep. Last night got 6 hours of sleep. The whole time I was, so like from landing in Europe to, ooh, wait, are these, no, that wouldn't make sense. From landing in Europe to getting back to my apartment, I'd slept about 6 or 7 hours in a 63-hour time span. And then, as I said, slept 7 hours, then 6 hours. So my body is like shutting down. Okay, this is good. This is a point in the direction of Oman. It was really fun though. And here's an Omani bin. Boom. Any objections to that? It was interesting because Serbia, it's not in the U.S. sphere, really. So you meet people who met Russians, met Serbs, met people who had some interesting things to say. I met people with interesting things to say about the United States. So that was something. An interesting experience. All right, we're gonna go with Oman. There was one point we were just walking down the street. We were walking to the what is it? This is Bangladesh. The Museum of Yugoslavia and Tito's mausoleum. And we walked by this dilapidated building. It's like kind of falling apart, and I'm looking at it, and there's one part of it I realize that looks like a missile hole. Like that looks like something flew in and blew up a hole there. So I Google it, and it was in fact it was just a random building we walked past was the former Serbian military headquarters in 1999 when stuff was happening. So NATO put a missile in that building, and they left it like that, the Serbians. So we saw a missile struck building, which I don't think I've ever seen before. So that was interesting. It was a very wild experience. This has got to be Bangladesh. I'm pretty sure this is the Bangladeshi coat of arms, or the seal, however you'd call it. Yeah, Phoenix saying so many different cultures in one country. Yeah, it's just a very, very interesting place. I was super glad to go and go somewhere that really challenged the way we thought. You know, it's not another country that's kind of along the same lines as us, and I feel like we're in an age of this sort of global culture, and that global culture largely coming from the United States. It was interesting to go to a country that just objectively does not like us, and not in the haha Americans bad kind of way, but in the you bombed us kind of way. It was very interesting. And the highways were lined with Serbian and Russian flags, so it would be like Serbian flag, Russian flag, Serbian flag, Russian flag, all down the highway, as far as you could go. Very, very interesting. So, but it was awesome. Such a fun time. Didn't realize how small Belgrade was. And then by the end of it, I'd learned it. I knew that city. like the back of my hand. Okay, this is Bangladesh, right? We were all on that same page, right? Because, I mean, the street tracks, the script tracks, Phoenix is saying, I believe so. Yeah. Does anyone object? I don't want to run with it, then it's wrong, and then... Well, it's only a 30-country streak. But still. Someone is hammering right now. Very loudly. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, Phoenix saying it's a script that's giving it away for me. Alright, let's do it. We have somebody agreeing. Love it. Phoenix clutched that one. Okay. This is feeling Western United States, Canada. Go back to that sign. Is that going to say mile or kilometer? Kilometer. Awesome. Was hoping it would really just be that easy. We could get miles and be done. Oh, hold up. Amazing. So, now I think this is Peru. No. Argentina? I think Argentina. I don't love it, but like... That's what makes sense here. If we can find another car, we can get this. Because those are two different plates. Argentina has a very... If they have the... Okay, Phoenix is saying signs are on blocks, which is Peruvian. Okay. I'll go with that then. I like that. Let's keep going a little bit more. Because it's like... I'm torn in both directions, so that is helpful. I'm a little bit against both, basically. So I just want to see a car. That's my goal here. I want to see. Okay, so let's zoom. Let's zoom and go find a car. Here we go. Perfect. And yep, that's Peru. Or it's not Argentina. So I'm fully on board with Peru. Any objections? Oops, that's not Peru. So we're kind of walking you all through the thought process here. It's not an Argentinian plate. It's not a Brazilian plate. It could be a Chilean plate. It's not Uruguay. It's not Uruguay because it's just not. There's no mountains in Uruguay. Ecuador, no. Colombia, the plates don't match. Bolivia, no. I guess those are world where those places. I don't know. I don't like this. So I'm taking my watch off. But weird. I do really like Peru here, but I don't know if we have enough to go off of, and my brain is functioning at like 20% right now. I really thought I'd be like normal by Tuesday, but alas, here we are in Peru, and my brain just being like elevator music. It's tons of fun. What do we got here? We got some cows. Where's the sun? Where's the sun at in all this? Sun's to the north. So yeah, Peru would make sense. I think we just go with it. Anyone object to Peru? See, the weekday streams are fun because there's less of us when we push to weekday streams, and it leaves room for fun mistakes because we have less. It's like we make more informed decisions the more people we have to chime in. When there's nobody, when there's not as many people. Like one of the classic mistakes was when I think it was a weekday stream and nobody had joined in yet because it was like minute 2, or like a couple people were here but nobody had really said anything yet, and that was when I did the Lithuania-Italy mix-up. Had it been a Sunday, someone would have been like, "No, stop! You're an idiot," and that never would have happened. We'd still be on that streak today. Fun fact. We would never have gotten anything wrong ever again after that. But I got it wrong. And here we are now. Christopher likes saying "welp." Welp indeed. Welp indeed. Yeah, Phoenix sang just like the San Marino round last week. And wow, that was a weird Chile. I like it. It kind of made sense though. Oh, this is Kyrgyzstan. There we go. I mean, also, the thing is, it's kind of easy to get back into things. El Tigre. Where's the sun? Sun's to the south. I'm pretty sure this is just Mexico. Hopefully, Arturo's not here to say Viva Mexico or some stuff. Because now that Scotland qualified for the World Cup today, may have to take on Mexico. And I'll have to argue with Arturo in the comments. We got front plates here, which is indicative of Mexico. Front plates in Spanish, basically. It makes me think Mexico. We've gone through several different climate. Like, what? How is this? Why does the climate keep changing? What a confusing place. Yeah, literally, Christopher likes San Marino as our kryptonite. Wasn't there something we saw? It was, the plates in San Marino are different. The plates. So we can keep that in mind for the future. San Marinian plates aren't the typical EU plates, similar to Andorra. But for whatever reason, we spot Andorra every time. The one time we got Andorra wrong was because I was an idiot and clicked on Spain. We were literally like, this is Andorra. And I went in and was like, awesome. I clicked on Spain. Literally said Andorra as I did it. That was funny, though. That was objectively funny. Let's go back and look at this car. Guardia Nacional. Kind of looks like a Mexican eagle right there. Christopher likes saying World Cup draws in December 5th. Can't wait for that. Hopefully Agent Orange doesn't hog the airtime. Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. Excited to see where I will end up traveling to support the Mighty Scots. And also try to support the U.S. And hopefully one of them plays in New York and makes my life easier. Hopefully one of them plays in Mexico. I really want to go to Mexico for a game. I will be so excited. Hold up. Yep, that's the Mexico highway sign. We're good. So that's I want to go to, I want to, like, any of them would be great. I would love to do Guadalajara or Monterrey. Like, just, that'd be so much fun. And I've got nothing here. Balkan. Hope you're all ready. There's gonna be a lot of that tonight. Open up your Red Bulls now, because you're all gonna be yawning a lot just watching me yawn. Eventually, I will not be tired anymore. And eventually means, is that the Romanian flag? Yes, it is. Romania? Any objections? That's Moldova. Speaking of Moldova, did you all see in the Discord, Cats finally made it to the hallowed ground of Moldova? Post to Romania. This is Romania. Boom. That was the funniest thing. I actually, like, cackled seeing that. Laying in the... Here we go. Alright, this is Croatia. Couldn't remember the name of it. Was laying in my hostel bed, like, waiting for my friend to get ready, going through things. I see that. I'm like, that's the funniest thing ever. Alright, Croatia. See, look at that. We're almost back to 30. We're a fifth of the way there. What? This actually should be super quick. Let's find a stop sign. Is this ever Turkey? Christopher likes saying Moldova. I can't even. It's so funny. If Moldova were remotely, like, close to, like, well, it's not close to anybody. I would say that's, like, that's got to be the meetup spot. Pollos at the Moldova. Like, okay, hold up. Maps. Moldova. Funniest place ever. This isn't it. Is it? Yeah. Okay, this is the Moldova. Moldova. Chicken near Moldova. No, not in Moldova. Alright. I don't have the brain capacity for that right now. I'm tired saying it was too perfect. It's just brilliant. It was so funny. It kind of, yeah, okay, there we go. That's what I was looking for. That helps. Anyone object to Turkey? I was looking for a Dur stop sign, but that, here we go. Dur. Alright, let's do it. Oop. I did actually end up having the best tacos I've ever had. It pains me to say it. The best tacos I ever had. Serbia. In a mall. It's anytime I go somewhere, I have the Mexican food. Left-hand drive. This script. That doesn't... I think that's Cambodian rather than Thai. Wait, no, Cambodia. Cambodia's right-hand drive. This is Thailand. Should be though, right? What does the stop sign say? It says stop. Let's wander around for a minute. Okay. Quite the cultural moment. They were, I can't even remember what they were called. It was a meat that you wouldn't normally put on it. Shawarma. It was a shawarma. They were shawarma tacos. They were like shawarma garlic. Unbelievable. Now I'm hungry. I'm gonna have to find some shawarma tacos in New York. I'll have to go on an adventure. That'd be a cool video. Like a follow-up video to the Serbia video. Ewan tries to find shawarma tacos in New York City. Discovers that you have to go to the most random place on the planet. It's in a speakeasy in a secret corner of the Bronx. Can he make it? And it's like a whole video of me just trying to get these tacos. I would have fun doing that. A lot more fun than I've had in some videos. But I'm excited for that video to come out. And I've been saying once they do the surgery to my foot and I can't do anything with my time, I can't do anything to, because it's my problem is I can't sit. I just lose my mind sitting at the desk. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be productive, and in 10 minutes I'm like, ah. It's a larger issue that needs to be addressed, but if I literally can't move, I have no option but to edit. My plan is to absolutely fly through these. Especially because right now, what I really want to do this weekend is finish this next video, because this next video I filmed a year ago next week. So I really want to get it done before then. That's a level of falling behind that I don't want to achieve. And I told myself absolutely mega mind thing with Serbia is my friend and I didn't bring phone chargers. I had a portable charger. Didn't have like a thing for the wall. By the time we realized we were in Belgrade, and it's like, where are we gonna find an adapter? You could find the plug, but it was like, what are we gonna do? We weren't really using our brains that well. But the portable adapter I brought ran out, so we just went and bought a new one, and then that ran out, and it was ridiculous. But I had to stay awake the entire flight back. I was like, perfect, I can edit on that flight. No, my laptop was dead. So I could not do that. Because I tried charging my phone off my laptop, only to discover my laptop was dead. And I was like, great. Well, there goes the editing on the flight home idea. So that was fun. Phoenix saying this is a long video, haha. No, this one's like 15 minutes. This one's really short. It's basically done. I'm at the stage where I go through it. If I sat down for 2 hours and just didn't get distracted, it'd be done. I'm at the stage where I just go through it and I make notes of like, maybe trim that, maybe change the audio here, maybe do this, maybe do that. I'm in the nitpicking stage. So once I finish nitpicking it, I just need to upload it and it's done. It like literally 15 minutes. In my opinion, not really a banger, but you know, if you're gonna not watch one of the videos, it's that one. All the other ones that are gonna come out after it though are like, amazing, greatest video I've ever made. They're all the greatest video I've ever made. It's awesome. I've somehow done that multiple times. But Christopher likes saying procrastination gets the best of us. It really does. It's more just lack of attention span. And Phoenix saying, I'm just throwing this guess out there, but could this be Sri Lanka? I like that. I do like that. I don't know. but I like it. Wait. Let's find more words again. Let's see what the words, what the script looks like. Oh. Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, bang on, Phoenix. There we go. Phoenix saying to me, it's the Among Us writing. I haven't seen writing in Among Us. There's Among Us writing? Among Us writing. Alright, I'm not picking up what you're putting down. Okay. This is Russia. I need some water. Okay, it just looks like the characters from Among Us. That's so funny. Oh. It's also insanely hot in here. Yep, this works out for the Russia theory. There's no European blue bit on the plate. I've no AC anymore, so I just leave the window open now, but I close it for this because Polyanitz. I don't know where Polyanitz is. Darn. Rory Shea saying, yo, Scotland jersey, let's go. First World Cup appearance in 28 years. Just doing the math. We love a Scotland World Cup appearance. Yeah, Phoenix saying black car, long antenna, everything screams Russia. Yeah, look at the Lada. Look at the Lada. I think we go Russia. Anyone object? Going once. Going twice. Three. What am I rolling the chair on? It's just in my head. It's the... What's the... Delirium. That's the word. It's the delirium. I feel like we should do an experiment one time where I don't sleep Friday or Saturday night, and then we just plop me on here on Sunday night and see what happens. See, just like, why is this here? This, what? Is there enough traffic to... Interesting. Can't say I would invest in that. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. This is a nightmare. Just wanna keep on going. Here we go. There's people. What are the people up to? What are these? That's the Peruvian national team logo. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that. Anyone object to Peru? Peru. Phoenix saying black car in South America can only be Peru, Argentina, or Uruguay. This is Peru 100%. Let's do it. Christopher Lake saying RIP to the Farmer's Almanac after 2026. I can't say I really know what the Farmer's Almanac is. Or Almanac? Almanac? I don't know. I'm vaguely... I can deduce what it is. I don't actually know what it is. I'm getting a couple different vibes here. Oh, that says Andes. It's probably what those mountains are. Yeah, those mountains are to the west. So this is most likely Argentina. It literally says Andes, and then there's mountains to the west, and there's Spanish. Yeah, Phoenix saying Poles say Argentina. Christopher Lake saying weather book, farmer's guide, etc. Interesting. Yeah, that's an Argentine plate. Any objections? Speaking of Poles, there's a Polish guy in my Russian class, and the flight I took to Serbia was LOT Polish Airlines, so we connected in Warsaw. But we're on the ground in JFK, and they come over, they do the whole announcement in Polish, and at the end, I hear them say a phrase, and I'm like, wait a minute, I just understood that. And it keeps happening. There's a couple things here and there where I'm like, I know what they're saying. So I went to Russian class last night and said to my friend, I was like, you're a grifter. Now I know why this is so easy for you. I heard Polish and I understood some of it. Yeah, that was funny. This has to be Spain. We have Spanish, yeah, European plates. That's like Basque. Are we just in the Basque region? I feel like that's... What is that? This is the Basque region. It's not Portuguese, basically. It's Spanish-esque, and not that Basque is Spanish-esque. We all know it's not, but also this map is not, this coverage is not really letting me move. So for the sake of I don't want to be on this coverage anymore, I say we go Basque. Or España. Yeah, look at that. That's like, this is... What is Onsi Ewannnawe? Like that was offensive for me to have even attempted that. That's not Spanish. That's something else, totally unrelated. This is clearly the Basque region. Right? Phoenix saying all languages interlink somewhere along the lines, like learning Romanian, you basically know Italian, Spanish, and a couple others. Like, yes, fair. And that's... Like, knowing Spanish, I can whenever we're in Romania, there's like a couple words that we're picking up on, but it's like I more so I gave him a hard time because when we all started Russian, we were like, oh, so it'll be easier for you, and he's like, nah, it's pretty different. That's just so funny. So we were all making fun of him. Ill Tired say, oh God, could this be Romanian? No. Nah. Yeah, Centro de Salud. That's Spanish. This has to be Spain. Never. I don't know if so. This should be an E if it's Spanish, but I don't know if it's like universal because if the EU Museoa isn't a word in Spanish. Oh, guys. This is Spanish like Puerto Deportivo. Puerto. Okay, thank you, Freezite. Freezite says this is Basque Country. Someone is taking my side. Any objections? Yes. Freezite agrees. It is the Basque. Freezite saying, what are peeps? I assume that meant to be, what up, peeps? What up, Freezite? We're chilling. We're just chilling in the Basque Country. I don't know if people saw this in the Discord the other day, but Freezite was threatening to make gestures toward New York City outside of the plane, toward me, on the flight to Boston, but was too afraid to meet me for a fist fight in JFK. SMH. Oh, Freezette saying I looked for you at JFK. I didn't realize you were connecting. Oh, you hid like a coward. Never mind, that was a joke. I see. Spain. Christopher Like saying, funny how Spanish is the 5th most popular in the language in the world. And the original... yeah, true, the originating country is a mix of everything but Spanish. It's funny because they don't even call it Spanish in the originating country. It's Castilian. Okay, Freezite saying, ask the Dominican kid manning the gates. Ask for Julio. This is just Greenland, right? We good? Yeah, Phoenix saying this is Greenland. But I hope New England treated you well, Freezite. I don't know if you've made it back home yet. Freezite saying it's the 3rd most spoken language, Castellano. I would assume it's... would it actually not be Mandarin, then... What's the other one? This is going to... Cantonese. Would it not be Mandarin, Cantonese, English, Spanish? And then, like... I don't know what will come after that. I don't want to guess because I might look like an idiot if I get it wrong. Freezite saying, nah, I'm in New England partying like Ewan does in Ukraine. Ewan doesn't party in Ukraine, unfortunately. Mandarin, English, Spanish. Okay. Where does Cantonese come in? This is a most spoken languages in the world. Ooh, in the U.S. I would also be curious about. Yeah, native speakers. We want native speakers. Mandarin, Spanish. What? What? Nah. Oh, okay. Cantonese is a dialect of Mandarin. Interesting. How are we gonna let them do that? How are we gonna let them beat us, guys? Start. I don't know how. No. That's crazy. That is crazy for a country of that size. And obviously, it's because of Brazil, but still, that is crazy. Bengali, Russian, Japanese, Western Punjabi, Vietnamese is way higher than I would expect. Chinese, Turkish, Egyptian, Arabic, also way higher than I'd expect. Marathi, Telugu. Everything else here I would expect. Why? How is German higher than French? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. I don't believe this. I'm gonna no. This isn't real. Just like no. Javanese. Oh yeah, Javanese. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. What was I thinking of? I don't know why I was thinking of Palau. I was like, that makes no sense. That Javanese makes sense. That is crazy. Yeah, Christopher likes saying Arabic is slower than I expected. I feel like I think it's just because they're breaking them up. Because we've got Levantine Arabic, we've got Egyptian Arabic, and then you've got the rest of North Africa. You've got the rest of the Middle East. Like, if they're counting each Arabic differently, then how is Spanish higher? I'm trying to what's the largest Spanish speaking country is Mexico. What population wise? Area? No, Argentina is probably bigger. And Mexico was like 10th in the world population wise, I think. Anyone want to take a stab at top 5 US? I think that'd be an interesting one. I'll go with English, Spanish. Ooh, okay. Eltard's saying UK, Ireland, or US there. It's a 3.5 ton limit. Good catch, Eltard. English, Spanish. Well, that's French. That's French flags in France. I have a few different guesses for what would come after that, but I don't know what order they would be in. I'm trying to think. I think Tagalog. I think that would be top 5. These are French signs. Yeah, this is France. Anyone object to France? I think English, Spanish, Tagalog. Let's go back to that last list. I want to use it to come up with my guess here. Christopher likes saying in the U.S., English, Spanish, Chinese, Vietnamese, Tagalog. Vietnamese is good, yeah. I want to say Hindi should be in there. I'm going to go with English, Spanish, Hindi, Tagalog. Portuguese. That's my guess. Anyone else want to get a guess in before we check? So let's do France. I'll give it like 30 more seconds before we check. That's Polish. Oh, Freezite saying Bengali. I feel like I've never met anyone who speaks Bengali. Monaco. Awesome. All right. Let's look. Yep, Tired saying Monaco. Send. List of languages USA. I'm sure it'll give us by people. Here we go. All right. And Christopher almost got it right on the money. Just got to switch Tagalog with Vietnamese. So English, Spanish, Chinese, Tagalog, Vietnamese, Arabic, French, Korean, Russian, Portuguese. I was way off with the Portuguese and the Hindi. Yikes. Where's Bengali? Freezite had the worst guess with Bengali at 21. This is interesting. So we got, yeah. I mean, it all makes sense. Navajo. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Freezite saying, see, I'm open and humble to making friends. Ewan is too cool for school. No, I have... You know what? I don't even know how to defend it. I'm too delirious to come up with... this is Denmark. To come up with some slick defense. I'm just going to go with no. Gotcha. Yeah, Phoenix saying Denmark. Christopher saying Tagalog is popular because of the Philippines, which used to be a U.S. territory. Yeah, that's why I guessed it. I feel like, that's okay. Obvious reasons it used to be U.S. territory. So there we go. There's the yawning. I don't know if I've mentioned this on here before, but I know I've mentioned it a reasonable amount of times in the last few months for whatever reason. But I think it was the... it was like Olympics or World Cup. Basically, the Philippines women's national, I think, soccer team or field hockey. I need to remember this better before I start regurgitating it. But it was like 10 of their 11 starters were born in the United States. It's crazy. Oh boy. We've got some Serbo-Croatian. My favorite. Yeah, no idea. I love this part of the Balkans where it's just so similar that we can't figure out what's going on. It's like the best. It's just the absolute best. Mountains. Back of the car, not helpful. It was something when we were in Serbia. So like at Russian class yesterday, I was talking to the guys there, and I was like, yeah, there were a lot of signs, like anti-NATO, anti-EU signs. You kind of didn't want to say the wrong thing, and one of the guys was like, I couldn't go to Serbia. I wouldn't be able to hold that kind of stuff in. I'd like joke around and say things, and I was like, yeah. That was what my friend did, and he, yeah, old tired saying, but you should be a Serbian expert by now. I am. I learned some. But they're very similar languages. Oh, so he didn't know what Kosovo was, so I explained it to him. I can read Cyrillic, so I'd point it out to him, and we'd see it in the signs and be like, that says, like, Kosovo, Serbia. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. He's like, take a picture of me with it. Crowded street. I'm like, no. We're in English laughing at the Kosovo is Serbia thing. Taking pictures with it. No, we're not doing that. When we saw that the building that NATO had airstruck, we were standing on the sidewalk and he was laughing at it. Not like, haha, get wrecked kind of way, but like sort of like a coping mechanism. As a, wow, this is uncomfortably awkward. We're just happened to stumble upon this building that we bombed in 99. Like that's wild. And he's like kind of laughing at it and admiring it. And he's like, can I get a photo with it? And I was like, no, stop laughing at it. We're on the side of the road. Was I being a bit of a buzzkill? Yes. Did I want to get stabbed? No. Nevisya. I'm not. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Christopher likes saying the Serbian Kosovo thing is no laughing matter in that part of the world. Exactly. I was trying to make that point, but it was funny. It did come back to bite him, because we met this. We ended up on a side quest the first night. We were in line for shish kebabs. And we're arguing about... Well, he had actually reached into my pocket and pulled out my passport. And was saying something. And I'm like, give me my passport. We're arguing. This guy was also waiting on the shish kebabs. He's like, where are you guys from? We were like, oh, United States. And he's like, nice, I'm from the Bay Area. And we were like, what? So Serbian American. Like, Serbian parents grew up in the States. And my friend is like... What can you tell me that's offensive? Like, teach me some swears. So the guy teaches him this phrase that he proceeds to say for the entirety of the next 24 hours. And he was told that... Oh, here we go. He was told that this phrase... I don't know. Christopher likes saying this feels like it's Bosnia. I forget that Bosnia's on here now. This is rough. I don't know. I don't even know how to tell Bosnia. Oh, man. Yeah, I would have no idea how to tell Bosnia. This one's gonna be a long one. But basically, he was under the impression that this guy this American guy, the Serbian American guy, had told him basically something that was like insulting somebody's mother, right? I'm sure you're all creative, intelligent individuals. You can put together the papir. Oh, EU flag, EU flag, EU flag. It's Croatia. Sweeping declaration that it is Croatia. I've never heard of Slovenia in my life. It is Croatia. I am correct. How do we feel about that? But as I said, you're all intelligent people. You can fill in the gaps there. It was something derogatory about, another person's mother. Next day, we meet these Serbians. We're all hanging out, and like, my friend says the phrase, and the guy's like, "Why did you just say that about your mother?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, you just said that about your own mother." The guy taught him to insult himself. It was really funny. Very deserved. Phoenix saying Bosnia does not have the typical blue EU car, and I feel like this is more Croatian. Love that. Thank you for confirming what I think it is, and not going against me. I love being right. Freezite saying sounds like reaching for Freezite saying sounds like reaching for conclusions to me. No, you're wrong. AM commenting as I was making noises. You and you, sir, are an American hero. I'm losing my mind. You and you, sir, are an American hero. Thank you, AM. I appreciate it as always. I think there's Croatia. If you disagree, I'm just going to continue making noises. And you're all going to... It's going to be torture. And you're going to turn off the stream, and then no one will be here to tell me that I'm wrong, and I'll be free to make my own decisions. 60. Freezite saying, yeah, I'm wrong. Sure, yep, I'm always wrong. Getting my popcorn ready. What do you think it is, Freezite? Because the only other place that I can think that I think it could be would be Slovenia, and it's not. It feels more Croatian. So I hope you enjoy the popcorn. You're going to be enjoying watching our success as you eat your popcorn. You'll be like, wow, what a smart group of people. What a smart group of wonderful, intelligent people who are so good at recognizing the different Balkan countries. You're like, wow, I'm so impressed. How could I ever have doubted? Christopher likes saying it still feels like I still feel like it's Bosnia. Okay. Oh. Split. It's an ad for Split, but I feel like it's Croatia. Confirmation bias 100% right here, but Freezite saying I'm the op, it's my job. Fair enough. Christopher likes saying welp. I mean, I think I don't know. There's ads for St. Petersburg Clearwater on the subway. I see those all the time. We're not necessarily like the F train isn't exactly in St. Petersburg Clearwater, so I mean it's could it doesn't mean it's Croatia, but it's probably a good sign. Drew, I'm not gonna try that. Wait. This will be good. No flag. Because, I mean, why not? Oh my goodness. U.S. men's national team 5, Uruguay 1. Full time. Is that the... That's the Tampa game. That's the Tampa game. Let's go. USA. Wait. Where's my... Hold on. I need to get my flags. There's that one. Nope, I don't want that one. Yeah, what a great day. What a great day for... Boom. What an amazing day. Phoenix saying to me the ball would say Croatia and the yellow sign with the black arrow as well. I agree. I agree. Some people are hanging on to a dream of this being elsewhere. I want to put this somewhere that's like not where my head is. Is that... That's where my mouse pad is. That blocks the... Okay, it's going back over here. Amazing, amazing day for soccer. For these two countries. We love it. There's the ambulance outside. I really think this is... Alright, let's do a vote. For fun. Croatia, Bosnia, Slovenia, alright, starting the poll. This will not be a binding poll. Yes, we have one vote so far, and it's for Yugoslavia. It's a three-way tie between Croatia, Bosnia, and Yugoslavia now. It was a pointless poll. Amazing. Amazing work, team. Shout out to whoever actually voted Yugoslavia. What if I rolled a dice? Or a coin? I don't have either of those things. Wheel spinner. Eltard saying, "'Twas me. I needed more info. I haven't been paying close enough attention." Eltard saying you can Google roll a dice. I feel like this is more entertaining. So we'll do Croatia, Bosnia. Any other ones that people want me to add? I would love for the me that started doing this almost 2 years ago, almost 2 years by the way, to see where this is at now. And I was very like, it was a lot more serious when this started, and now we're on a wheel spinner of Bosnia, Croatia, and I've got the US and Scottish flags sitting in a wine bottle on stream right now. The seriousness kind of left. Tired saying though, TBH, we should keep looking. Yeah. It starts getting mindless. I want to spin it anyway. We don't have to pick, but I want to spin it. The wheel says Bosnia. The wheel agrees with Christopher Like. Alright. We'll keep going, though. I don't know what to even... I mean, it said split the Bollards match. It has to be Croatia. I think the wheel is wrong. Rodney Dolak, Rash Kane. Well, maybe Rash Kane is around here. Keep going. Kazika. Guys, I promise this is Croatia. Vekici. Rudezi. Ah, there we go. Another vote for Yugoslavia. All right, Yugoslavia has won the poll. Great job, team. Like, I don't know. Wait. Enhance. Is it cheating if I zoom in on the browser? If I I change the browser to zoom in? That's our answer right there. Does that say HR? Tired? I think it does. Okay, Christopher Likes on board now too. Our Bosnia holdout. And I know Iltard was one of the Yugoslavia votes. That now makes it 3 Croatia to 1 Yugoslavia. Boom. GFL. Does this kind of... Maybe this wasn't... Why is that so blurred? This kind of looks like the U.S. This is the U.S. Yeah. Let's just make sure it's not Canada. It's not, but it doesn't hurt to check. Cartersville, MHP. Got a playground. We just need a speed limit. Alright, wait, I gotta end poll. Yes, victory for Yugoslavia. There we go. US flag. Love it. Oh, and it was funny that Serbians we were with also taught my friend, the Serbians who told him that he was saying bad things about his own mother, they taught him the Albanian thing, and I was like, do not do that. And they were also like, do not do that. Like, we're teaching it to you, but don't do it. He understood not to do that one, but we got back into Newark. And we were... Oop. I look frozen. That's not good. I'm gone. There I am. We got back into Newark. We were waiting for our Uber. And... Oh, frozen again. Frozen again. Uh-oh. Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using a faster encoding I have no idea what that means. Okay. It's just gonna freak out for a second, I think. Can you still hear me okay? Madford is asking to the Serbs. Yes, to the Serbs. The Serbs taught him it. We were in Belgrade. But he luckily decided to not use that one in Belgrade. But when we were waiting for the Uber when we got back to Newark, I looked at him and I was like, hey, it was funny. Christopher likes saying, thought it was my internet. Nope. It's not even my internet either. It's the streaming software. I don't know what encoding overloaded means. Consider turning down video settings. How do I do that? I seem to be somewhat back. I'm going to say that and then I'll freeze again in a second. There we go. Froze again. That's amazing. This is just... It's such basic technology. You would expect it to work. It like... There's an encoding overload. This says passport Abecta? I don't know what Abecta is. Is this maybe like Bulgarian, kind of on the Black Sea? No. Alright, hold up. Let's actually try to troubleshoot this for 2 seconds. Okay, I think I can fix this. Give me 1 second. Let me turn that off. And then... here we go. Preset. Medium. Look, I'm so tiny. Okay. I'm back. This will... I don't like that. That's so weird. This will have to do for now. Ooh, Iltard saying Odessa. I'm still frozen. Why am I still frozen? I do like Odessa. Madfoot saying Xhaka, who played for Arsenal, did the eagle against Serbia, but he's Swiss born because his they were Kosovo immigrants, right? Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty funny. None of that's gonna help. What are these plates? I'm still frozen. Okay, let me try to troubleshoot this again. It's just genuinely annoying. It's weird. Okay, what preset am I on? Let's just absolutely nuke the quality of my... There we go. I'm kind of back. Nope. Gone again. Yeah, Iltard saying not Odessa. I know it's not Odessa. Yeah, I know it doesn't match up in Cyrillic, but it's a good thought. Phoenix saying signs of the Black Sox, so I'm in for Russia. Okay. Christopher likes saying, yesterday my dad and I were taking lights off an old pre-lit Christmas tree. The amount of clips on every branch clipping the lights on took us 3 hours. That's insane. Yeah, I don't think that O was the name of the place anymore. I don't know. I think it might have been a smaller place than we'd think. Let's just look for more words. Meta Russian. So I switched to Russian. It was awesome. You got some use out of that. Ewannnawe. Yeah, I don't know. This word means zone. Badu Ranaya. Yeah, none of that means anything. Well, I'm sure it does mean something, but this is a nightmare. With the thing. Yeah, there we go. .ru. This is Russia. Anyone object? And while you object, I'm gonna try this again. Properties. Here's a thought. Come on, stop being weird. Why is it doing this? Nope, we don't want that. And I fixed it. I don't want to jinx it, but I may have fixed it. There we go. I just changed camera. So that might work. It's back to buffering, isn't it? Yep. The whole thing's just freaking out. The entire streaming software. Yep, look, there's me. Like technology can just be so simple, and then it's then it's like this. We can just click on the screen, and it does not look awesome. Freaking out. I thought I was gonna have to cancel tonight because I couldn't get my laptop to turn on. Okay, I have another thought. Let me try this. Here we go. That might do something. I cut the pixels basically in half, and I'm still messed up. Singapore. Anyone object? We've got the Singapore font right here. Encoding overload. Turn down video settings. How do you, like, which output? Yeah, I don't know what any of this means. What do these things mean? It won't. What's a bit rate? Freezite accusing me of a pre-recorded stream. If it were pre-recorded, I wouldn't be delirious right now. Also, Scotland won this game, like, the time is right at 5 hours ago. Couldn't have pre-recorded it. Alright, Singapore. Exactly, Christopher, like technology. He'll tired saying welcome to my world when tech problems happen. It's this is a nightmare. Freeside saying broke my hotel TV. So sorry. Yes, it's not responsive. The entire laptop. hate this thing so much. How old is this laptop? I got this laptop in November 2020. Is that right? Yes. Yeah, Phoenix saying yes, Singapore. El Tired saying the stream has jet lag. The stream is crazy jet lag right now. The stream is worse jet lag than I do. Freezite saying I'm gonna take off. Yeah, troubleshootable. Freezite saying restart the stream. Dude, that's a good idea. Let's let me try to restart the streaming software and we'll be back. So let me drop a note into the chat. Restarting stream will return shortly. Okay. I think we're back. That was fun. Don't know what that was, but we are up and running. Yes, okay. El Tired saying so far seems better. Christopher likes saying we're back. Love that. That was a very good suggestion, El Tired. Try turning off the device. So now things work again. That was a ton of fun. We are in Eswatini, I want to say. I feel like that. I feel like I get an Eswatini vibe here. You know? Or maybe a Kenya vibe. No, not a Kenya vibe. We got some houses. We're rolling on through. It is horrifically hot in here without that window. Woo. I'm sweating so bad. Gonna have to shower again after this. We've got I'm really feeling Eswatini. Really, really feeling Eswatini. It just, you know, you get that vibe. That Eswatini vibe. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Does this seem like a bigger village? Yeah, this seems like a bigger village up here. What were we talking about before that happened? Right. Russia. Serbians. Oh. Well, this is not Serbia. Coca-Cola. Got a nice house here. There's not really a lot happening that we can go off of here. Oh, it looked like I was frozen again for a second. I was gonna freak out. Christopher likes saying, by the way, the clips on the tree were so small, about 3 clips per branch. That's horrible. Were they hard to get off too? So I've been there where there's not a lot of things you gotta detach, but it's like the process of getting them off is just so tedious and hard That's what ends up taking all the time. Ugh. Because we're like saying, God, it was a pain. It sounds like it. Oh, the yawning. I'm crawling right into bed after this. Look, I'll glance at my phone. You know when you're you have so many things going on, you just become, you end up like days behind in your social life. It's like there's like so many unresponded to texts, and it's just getting worse because I'm not gonna, the usual catch up on responding to people before bed. Not tonight, not yesterday, not in Serbia, not with the no phone charger. It's just eventually I'll text people back. Tomorrow, my Wednesday resolution is to do nothing and relax, decompress, process Serbia, get ready to leave the continent again next week, mentally prepare for that, literally prepare for that, and yeah, and sleep. I'm gonna sleep like 10 hours tomorrow night. I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna eat. I've already meal prepped for tomorrow. Ooh, English medium school, PO box, Bompu. Nope, this isn't helpful. Come home. Have the food that's already in the fridge. Take an Advil PM. And just clock out. Night. My shift is over. Go to sleep for like a long time. Yeah, Christopher likes saying I felt lost coming back from Australia. I didn't know what day it was. That's fair. So Australia's a hard one because it's so far. Ill tired, asking where's Destination 2. Destination 2 is Argentina. So that'll be fun. I told my physical therapist that yesterday. I was like, hey, so I was in Serbia over the weekend, and I walked a little more than I expected to because my foot didn't hurt, so I just kind of kept walking. And he was mad at me. And he's like, you're going to rest now for a while, right? Ooh, what's the M mean? What currency is that? He's like, you're going to rest for a while, right? And Lesotho, there it is. Any objections? It's like, you're going to rest for a while, right? And I was like, yeah. And as I said that, I was like, ugh. And I tried getting it out of my mouth. And he's like, you figure out how to tell me whatever you're about to tell me. I'm going to go get some water. And he came back and I was like, yeah, so I'm going to Argentina next week. He's like, what are you doing there? Are you, sitting on a couch, not doing anything? And I was like, oh. Might have a Boca Juniors stadium tour booked. He's like, are there going to be stairs? I was like, yeah. He wasn't happy. Alright, I think we do Lesotho. Any objections? So tired. So tired. Because relaxation, let's do it. And I have an appointment at a consulate this Friday for some 2026 plans. So we'll see how that goes. That one will be good if I can pull it off. Where might we be? This seems kind of tropical here. Look at this. Is this you know what? I'm not gonna say anything yet. Okay, Corona. This is the Corona building. Beer Meta says this is Mexico. Hmm. Ooh. Costa Rica 0, Honduras 0, 73rd minute. Is there any... Is that game important? Is that a flag? I thought that was a flag. Vision. Dynamic school. Preparation. Whatever. Christopher likes saying, okay, World Cup qualifying match. I forgot that there's one more spot for the rest of North America. Oh, I'm literally crying now. There's tears. That's how tired I am. That's 10:05. I will be asleep. 10:05. Gone. Clocked out. Get my time card ready to punch out. How do we feel about Mexico here? I'm pretty confident. And now we're out in the rural area. Wait. This is good. We find a Mexican road sign. That'll do us. Wow. Maybe I don't. I might just fall asleep right here. This is gonna... Remember the 12-hour stream? We're gonna get that again, except 10 hours of it are just gonna be me like... Until eventually I have to wake up to go to the bathroom. And then I'll realize I'm on stream. And probably delete this one. Zoom in. Zoom in, the gas is too frequent. It's genuinely getting in the way of me talking at this point. Christopher likes saying I'm up for another 10-12 hour stream. You know what? Once I can't walk, we'll do another one. Because I won't be able to walk. Yeah, my surgery, my main surgery recovery week, we'll do one. I had the doctor's appointment this morning. They were like, because of what we tried to do to it a couple weeks ago, we can't operate till January. Sucks to suck. So you gotta suck it up for 7 more weeks. And I was like, alright, that sounds good. And then I went to book the surgery, and the person who makes appointments was like, yeah, January looks kind of booked, let's do February. And I was like, you're killing me. And then it's 3 months of recovery, ideally, and then it's May. And it's this ends up being a 1.5 year long injury. That's this week's update on that. So we'll definitely do that. That's a really good idea. We'll do a 10-12 hour stream. I'll try to bring in more guests this time. So that was what kept me saying was when Drew came on. It's maybe a roommate reveal. Just something so... it spices things up. It's not just the normal stream for 2 hours. I'll think of fun segments we can do. Or other stuff. Make it a whole spectacle. I'll get fireworks. I'll let a fireworks in here. That would be fun. I keep meaning to get a confetti cannon, but at the same time, I know I will never find all of the confetti. I will move out of here and find confetti everywhere. Fireworks, I think, is a great idea, though. So do I have a smoke detector? No, I can get fireworks. Yeah, Christopher saying we can pop in as a guest. We could do that. We can do duels, and you just have to promise not to screen snipe. That'd be fun. I'd have to figure out how to do that with Discord, like how to have someone else call in as well. That's a really good idea. I like that. This is good. This is good. We've got time. Got time to figure out the whole spectacle of it. Honestly, I could put so much effort into this. I could make this awesome. Like production value out the wazoo, just out of how bored I'll be. Like, I'm gonna make this awesome. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, Christopher likes saying you can use software like StreamYard. Il Tired saying I can make a cameo where I speak French and Mandarin the entire time. I'll try to speak some back. I hit you with the 你好吗我非常好 That's right. I'm speaking some Mandarin. I know some languages. Come on. It's gotta be Mexico, right? What's that sign back there? No, I don't know. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be cool. You could set up like a chunk of time. Like, I don't know how many hours. And have there be like blocks that people can book. So, like someone signs up for 2 p.m. Someone signs up for 2:30. That'd be cool. There's so many possibilities. Like I'm just throwing ideas out there. I could do like a whole cool intro, like a pre-recorded intro. That's what's happening in my head right now. Like green screened. Oh, live reaction to some of the greatest hits of the stream. Like we replay some of the greatest hits, and we rewatch them. All all like the lost rounds. Every time we've lost a streak, we go back, we watch that. That would be a fun segment. This is gonna take time for me to set up. At least I used to do it. Like, I think the first 9 or so months of the stream, I used to have whatever number we were at, so I'll know. Like, it showed on the thumbnail. So I'll know when, like, which ones to watch for the ends of streaks up to 14 months ago, which is crazy. Oh wait, that would also be it would be just after the year anniversary, or the 2 year. 2 years is insane. 2 years is seriously insane. This was supposed to be like, oh, this is a cool way to like post more, because it costs a lot of money to make the videos that I make. I definitely did not think this would 2 years from now we'd be here. That's so funny. What's also funny is that this is kind of shattered Sunday scaries for me, because I spend Sunday going like, yeah, this is gonna be fun tonight, and then by the time it's done, like that, so because I have something every Sunday night, and as you all do too, it's like I spend the day going like, yeah, this is gonna be exciting, and then once it's done, it's like 10 p.m. When am I gonna get Sunday scaries at 10 p.m? It's like, no, I'm going to sleep. Like playing around on my phone for a bit, or like maybe ordering a burrito, depending on the week. Oh, burrito. I have food in the fridge. Oh. I have to find the I just had a good idea, but I want it to be a surprise. This is gonna be awesome. The next 12 hour stream is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be great. I have so many good ideas. Ooh, El Tired saying belated, but I did a pasta with sun-dried tomatoes, artichokes, and homemade Alfredo. Love that for you. It's proper. It's so Mediterranean. I love it. Thank you for bringing up food right as I was complaining about being hungry. I really appreciate it. Christopher likes saying current CONCACAF qualifiers: Panama, Curacao, Haiti, Jamaica, and Honduras. Oh, right. It's a bigger World Cup this year. I forgot. Curacao? What's this? Rio Verde. Guys, I'm pretty sure this is Mexico. Okay. So here's what I think. I'm going to start hyping up the 12-hour stream when the videos come out. I have so many ideas in my head right now. I'll set a date once I know my surgery. I'll set a date for the first weekend after that when I can't move. I have so many ideas. I have so many good ideas. I don't want to spoil anything. Like the really, like, bamboozling ideas I don't want to spoil. But ideally, what if I drop a video live on it? That would be so sick. That would be cool. Christopher likes saying scheduled date, and I'll be sure I request the day off. I will try to get it scheduled as far out as possible. Pretty much once I know the date of my, like, they might call me tomorrow and give me the date, and then I will schedule it. So I will put something in the Discord as soon as I know. I like how the 12-hour stream thing was like a random comment, I think, that came up one time. I remember vividly we were in Croatia. I don't remember exactly. I don't remember the exact conversation that was happening. But it was like, oh yeah, 12-hour stream. That'd be fun. That'd be interesting. Let's do that. And then we're just like, all right, I'll do it in like 3 weeks. And then it was, yeah, Christopher likes saying we had fun. That was so much fun. It was hard because it's like I have to talk for 12 hours. I have to like my voice. Like I got a kudos from a friend who popped in and out throughout it, but didn't really say anything. They were like, that must have been hard to talk for that long. Oh, another idea. I need a pen and paper. Right now. My brain is exploding with amazing ideas. I need to get these videos finished by then. Borderline impossible. I've got, there's so many. Because now it's, the one that's coming out is an Argentina video. Then it'll be Senegal. Who knows how many parts Central Asia is going to be in. Philippines, Australia. Where was I? Serbia. And I thought the Serbia video was going to be a dud. I almost didn't film in Serbia. Ended up awesome. I really like it. Granted, this just from like I was watching the footage on the way back on the plane. And I think it's fun. I genuinely thought it would just be like, we're here, and now we're here, and now we're here. And I was like, this kind of sucks. Like, conceptually. I was packing for this. And I texted the friend that I went with. And I was like, hey, you cool if I film? Like, I'm not sure what the concept will be, but, like, are you down with that? And he was like, 100% please film. And we were talking about the concept for the video on the flight. I was like, dude, I don't know what this is going to be. Like, normally there's a goal. But we're going to Serbia for 45 hours. Like, I don't know what the story is with this video. And it just worked. It worked really well. I think we just made it entertaining. Like, the back and forth that him and I had was just so funny that I think it made it entertaining. Like, way more than it would have been had I just gone alone. It wouldn't be the vibe for an actual challenge video, but for a wandering around seeing the sights, I think it made it interesting because we were like, we don't have phone chargers. There was one night, like the Saturday night, we just kind of gave up on sleeping and we just loitered in a park. And it's like we're just like having this debate. It's on camera. We're just debating, and then we're like, let's change the subject. And I'm like, Baker Mayfield, NFL MVP. He's like, shut up. And it was funny, like hanging out at this fort, watching the sun. It was just really cool. It's a good video. I'm most excited for the Senegal video. I cannot wait for that one to come out. That's one of the. I largely do these. Now we're out of. Do we think this is Mexico? I largely just upload the videos, and I like. A lot of the people I know are like aware that I do this, but it's not really like prominent. I don't send anyone I know the videos. I just casually drop it into conversation every now and then, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I forget you do that." This coverage is a nightmare. We're out of coverage. Can we do Mexico? Yes, Mexico. What was I saying? When I edit the Senegal one, that one's going to be like, I'm sending that to everyone I know. Arturo H is saying Mexico. I don't have the Mexican flag here to wave. I'm sorry. I just have the flags of two successful soccer teams. Two successful soccer teams who won today. Viva Estados Unidos. Y Escocia. Alright, I'm doing it. I need someone unbiased say yes. Ooh, fight between Costa Rica and Honduras. Exciting. I need an unbiased yes. Arturo's not allowed to say yes when I think it's Mexico. That doesn't mean a lot to me when he says that. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, the Senegal one. Senegal video is going to everyone I know. That is going to be such a good video. I'm so excited. One of the most like intense human experiences I've ever had. That's what that was. Coming back from Serbia as I'm decompressing, that it doesn't hit that the same. But in terms of intense human experiences, it's up there. It was a top 5 weekend ever in my life. Senegal was number 1. Senegal will always be the most intense, like, never, like this is the human experience. Like, this is living. This is what being a person is. Like, I can't describe all the various emotions that I felt. It's just unbelievable in so many bad and good ways and neutral ways. Like, that video, like, Serbia's up there in like a top 5 all-time experiences, but Senegal number 1. Arturo saying I'll send you a flagpole sized flag. All right, we're doing Mexico. Got it. Christopher Lake saying Costa Rica red card in the 94th minute. Is it still 0-0? Yike. Mini digger sandpit rules. It's a big jelly bean. Look at the big jelly bean. Why is it here? Luge ticket office. Does that say Ben Lomond track? That doesn't make sense. That's not where this is. That's not where this is. That's just not. It's not that why is there a jelly bean? Like Queenstown. Oh, this is Queenstown, New Zealand. That's why it has a Scottish name. The Ben Lomond is outside of Glasgow. I was like, this is not Glasgow. It's like, no, it's just like, look, that's not Glasgow. That is Queensland, New Zealand, though, which has the New Zealand has a lot of Scottish names. That's the woo. All right, are we good with that? I think that's yeah. 24. So we were kind of at a net zero today. We started at like 27. Had some technical issues, but this is Peru. But we did decide another 12-hour stream is in the works. I have some amazing ideas for it. I think it's going to be such a cool time. Yeah, that'll be a ton of fun. Christopher Like is asking, are we sure it's Peru? No, but like 90%. I'm not asking for permission to send it just yet. We're gonna find facts and evidence. Though with 2 minutes left in the stream and 7 minutes left of consciousness, that will likely be this coming Sunday. And I guess just a reminder that the stream will be at the normal time this coming Sunday. Afterwards, the following week, so the Sunday after Thanksgiving, we will not be having a stream. We move to Tuesday, probably. Yes? Yeah, it will be moved to Tuesday. That is the only schedule change I know of in the near future. I do need to... This is a good reminder that I have to book flights back to Florida for December. I will do that tomorrow. And I will forget tomorrow. And I will remember a week out to go back to Florida. And there shouldn't be any... I don't know. If there's a scheduling change, it's in like January probably. So we should be... what direction are we even going in right now? Okay, so with all that, that is it for this week. Apologies for the technical issues. I have no idea what that was. But 24, half decent. I will see you all back here on Sunday. Only a few days away, 5 days, to continue this 24 countries. Whatever. 24. I'm not saying what 24. My brain is off. I'll see you all on Sunday. Have a great week. Sunday, 8 p.m. Be there or be square.